So we always start with our tinted moisturizer. And so Debbie, and of course we want to help people learn how to use their own products. So for moisturizer, and she's just going to rub that in. It's a tinted moisturizer, so it's the moisturizer with a sheer tint in it, and you just rub it into your skin and it'll blend right in.
You know, Nancy, I'd like to add that Debbie is actually using a number 5 tinted moisturizer, and she's going to use a number 6 mineral powder, and that's true of many of us. You may use a different number on your powder and your mineral makeup, so keep that in mind when you're doing your face or when you're doing your test. You need it. Okay, there you go. And you actually only need a little bit of this. This is, it just evens out the skin tone.
It's really not your foundation, it's your moisturizer with a little bit of tint in it. But it has soy in it, and soy is called the smart moisturizer, which means it'll go to where it's dry, where it needs to be dry, or where your skin is a little bit oily, a little less oily.
And she's giving underneath the eye some attention. And blending. She's blending that right into her skin.
And she's not going to need any concealer or anything. And you know, I think I've heard from most people, and I think you'd agree, the better your basic skincare, the better it's going to be for your makeup. You'll have just flawless skin. So the next thing we want to use is our powder. So she's put a number 5 moisturizer on number 6, and that's a lot in the lid there. So we're just going to do a little bit, and then you want to push your brush into it.
Nancy, talk about that brush.
That's my kabuki brush that you know I love. And so she's just going to do it in small circles on her face. It's a very dense brush. It's not made from animal hair. It's made from synthetics, so it's cruelty-free. It's also long-lasting, and she's going to press that in. It also blocks the sun from doing phyto damage, which can age your skin too. So it does create that great barrier to the environment. And this is really your foundation. And see how it's just really creating, and it's going to stay on all day, and you can actually sleep in this. So it's fine for your skin to wear long term.
Let me see, Debbie. Turn around.
Fabulous.
Fabulous.
That is great. I mean, look
Blend
how
it
pretty.
well. Let's do the forehead just a teeny little bit, so we get a good little blend.
Now, honestly, I mean, because she's beautiful, she could just put on some lip gloss and go out now.
Perfect.
It's good. It's great. What do you think, Debbie?
I think it's beautiful.
How does it feel?
It feels really light. You know, you really can't really tell that you actually have on makeup. So it really feels good.
And there's no worry about having a line or having, you know, when you put on a liquid foundation, this powder just kind of goes right all over your skin. You love it. So the next thing we're going to do is do a little bit of our mineral blush. And in the container, it's going to look like it's it's pigments. They're all 100% natural minerals for your skin. And so she's just going to use a nice light touch and blush on because you want it to look natural. So she's going to add a little bit of pink to her cheeks.
And she only needs a little bit of it.
Which this will probably last for the rest of her natural life in this large jar. So I think that's all you need, definitely. The next thing we want to do is our eyes. This little brush is extremely important. It's our liner brush. We want to get it a little bit wet. Dab it onto her paper towel there. And at home, super simple. We're going to use the black coal, and she's going to press that in there. And we were just talking about before the taping, because you'll do this with your customers and your friends and your hostesses. Everybody has their own technique. This replaces the eyeliner pencil. So, you know, some of you can see you're using it around the top of your, I use mine on the top above my eyelash line. She likes to use it on the inside of the upper lid. Some people use it underneath. I'm going to show you something. Let me borrow your brush real quick. I'm going to show you something really cool. So here is your eyeliner brush, and we have the eyeliner. And so when you put it on, go ahead and keep working on it. I'm going to talk about this for a second. When you put it on, and after you put it on and it dries, then it doesn't streak at all. See that? But watch how easy it's going to come off. It's just going to totally erase and go away quickly. So when it comes on, it's going to stay on, and then it's going to go. And you know what? People have all these different formulas for holiday eyes or whatever else they want to use. Do whatever you like. Do whatever makes you feel really beautiful. Our products are concentrated. I know Debbie wanted to do a little bit of lining on her brows.
Now look at the way that enhances those eyebrows. beautiful. And that's just one product. And also, that's really neat to use in the creases of your eyes. In fact, I have it on right now. It just kind of gives you that look, you know, when, especially if you're wearing a dark color. So.